Test, test. All right. We're back to being good, yes. All right. We're back. We moved from Facebook Live to YouTube now. As Ann and her gang closes out their gang, losing to Rolling the Rock 258 to 190.
They're still only down 41 pins though with the handicap, so they got a shot to come back.
Definitely.
Has a big 10th frame over there.
Again, we're here at the team championship in the semifinals with Bill O'Neill. Excuse me, the real deal.
Oh, please, yeah, please.
Bill O'Neill.
Yeah, you have to respect the people that are doing this with you. You know,
That's
you got to
right.
call them by the proper nickname that they don't like.
That's right.
You know, in this case, that's the real deal.
As Rolling the Rock starts up their second Baker game with a strike. So they're carrying that big 270 with handicap, I believe, into the second game. As Ann and her gang looks like hit the pocket a little light, leaves the 2-8.
Never know what can happen when you switch lanes. So you can't really, if you're in the two teams that are trailing here, you can't get down too much because anything can happen once you switch these lanes.
Absolutely. Plus, it's a little tougher, you know. When you're bowling by yourself, you kind of get on a hot streak sometimes. But team, you're sitting there for a little bit, and maybe you only get one shot.
Right.
So.
Yeah, it makes it difficult. You know, if you start off bad and you kind of get down on yourself because you're letting your team down, you only got a couple shots, so it's hard to really get it back. So you have to. This is a format where you have to be mentally tough.
Absolutely.
Because you got your teammates are feeding off you, so you have to make sure you're not getting too down the dumps.
Now, we haven't talked much about 29-30. We got Keglers versus the Vipers. I believe one team is from North and one team is from Mebane. So two different centers going against each other over here. And the Vipers are going to look to capitalize on a strike going into the third frame. This will be a little bit easier once we have one pair to watch.
Right. You're trying to do commentary on two pairs, and it's a little more difficult. The 2-8-10 there on lane 29 is not what they wanted to have happen after the strike.
I find the 2-8-10 is tougher to pick up than the 7-10. That is just personally. I feel like it's really hard.
Equally really poor chances of making. Generally, quite a bit of luck factor going into both.
Absolutely. Ann and her gang is on two strikes, and they just make a turkey. So Ann and her gang putting together a strong game here through 4 frames.
See, maybe this lane 26 is just a little bit better of a lane.
Absolutely.
Now, there's a little bit of strategy in Baker. So when you're bowling like this and you're staying on one lane, you can make your own pace. You can go as fast as you want. So if I'm Ann and her gang, I'm getting up there. I'm trying to throw as many strikes as I can as quick as possible. Try to put the pressure on.
Absolutely, get them
squad.
out there.
Yeah.
As the other team Rolling the Rock leaves a 10 pin here. We'll see if he can pick it up. This is a big 10 pin because this is really kind of even him out here if he misses this. And her gang.
Yeah, a little fast.
A little light,
a little fast on that one. Didn't give it a chance to hook.
The Vipers and Keglers coming off strikes over there as Rolling the Rock, as I said, misses the 10 pin. Big strike from Vipers.
Big double for the Vipers there. Do we know the score of that match? Do we know what happened first?
I do not know.
We're not doing our job.
We're doing not great.
I think it was fairly close, though. I think the Keglers had two in the 220s, I believe. Scratch.
And her game picks up the bucket. So keep the pressure on a little bit because Oh, the Rock's got a mark here, really. He does. Trips out that 10 pin a little bit late, but it's a strike.
It's a big spare there, making the bucket. You don't want to give him any sort of breathing room there. You want to kind of keep the heat on him.
Absolutely. A turkey from the Vipers. And Keglers, they're coming off too. They're going to look to get a turkey here also. Keglers.
Big double.
There, and
yeah, she's been solid the whole both games so far. I think she had just spare and 3 strikes. She's on her game.
10 pin for Anna and her gang. Hopefully he can pick it up. Keep a little bit of pressure on him. As he drops his bowling ball.
See, on the tour, we would consider that gamesmanship. Like, oh, you're gonna get up there and try to make that strike there. Let me drop this ball right when you're back to get up. See how you like it.
That was a Belmo move right there.
Oh,
right?
stop. And it didn't work because she got right up there in the 10 in the pit. She wasn't phased by it.
Yeah, that's Hillary Aycock. She's a pretty solid bowler.
Yeah.
All right, so Vipers and Keglers, it was a 9-pin difference. Keglers beat Vipers by 9 pins that first game, so still pretty tight of there.
I'm not used to doing live stream with handicap, so trying to get my brain to process what's going on here and add up all these numbers, and I can't do it. I'm having a hard time.
Honestly, I don't do handicap either. I do the junior gold, and that's all scratch.
Yeah.
All junior gold is scratch. As the Keglers pick up a spare, they keep it relatively close. Vipers have about a 20-pin lead. That's a strike for Rolling the Rock. That's probably going to do it for them over there. They had a 41-pin lead after game 1. And depending on what they do, they're a couple frames ahead. So
they get 27 extra pins handicapped. I'm reading that right.
Right.
So they have to stay within. They got to beat them by what was that? 27. They got to beat them by 18 pin scratch to win.
You can do math.
I think I did that right.
I can't do math. That's impressive.
Yeah, that'll do it.
There's a strike. That's 6 in a row.
They needed that first hit there to shut them out.
Yeah, that's pretty much
it.
Strike from Vipers. He takes a turkey into the 10th frame.
The Vipers were down 9. To get 14 more pins.
A double from the Keglers. I'll take a double going into the 10th. They are, well, if we erase the strike he's already thrown, they were 1 pin difference going into the 10th frame.
Well, the thing about bowling is you can't erase that strike. So he got that strike. That's it. Right. He earned it.
That's right. Big strike from him. That's 4 in a row for the Vipers. Rolling the Rock finishes out 236 scratch, 249 handicap for game 2. They're absolutely going to win and go to the finals. So we'll see Rolling the Rock in the finals, and her gang will be bowling for 3rd or 4th.
Yeah, we're gonna have Rolling the Rock against the Vipers. They're both pretty dialed in here, so this could be a pretty good match.
Absolutely. I believe they're from opposite centers. We have Rolling the Rock from Buffalo Lane South, which is here, where we are. And then the Vipers is from Buffalo Lanes North.
Cool. Little cross center rivalry.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Those are the two earliest centers, South being the earliest, North being after. So it's always been a little bit of a rivalry there.
Little cross center rivalry.
Oh yeah. Those are the two earliest centers, South being the earliest, North being after. A little bit of a rivalry there. And her gang picks up a 10 pin. They'll have one more ball here just to finish it out. All right, so again, Vipers beat the Keglers. Rolling the Rock takes down Ann and her gang. So Rolling the Rock will face off against the Vipers in the championship match right here in front of us.
So it'd be a little easier for us to manage one pair and do
lot.
math and all those things. I think it'd be easier for us to handle.
Much easier, much easier.
It's been a long day, so my brain function isn't quite all the way there right
It's been
now.
a long 2 days, especially for you.
Yeah. I got a sore throat from talking so much. I haven't talked this much in a long time.
Our youth director, Melissa McDaniel, trying to find the microphone. That's just the way it is.
$27 and $28 will be Rolling the Rock from Buffalo South with a 520. They'll be bowling against the Vipers from Buffalo North with a 507. And then the next pair is going to be 31 and 32.
I believe they're going to get 2 balls each. I believe that's right, just to practice.
So you'll get 2 practice shots on each lane again.
That was right. So again, another 2 games of Baker to finish this out for our champion. Our champion's going to take home $5,000, so $1,000 a person.
That's a great thing since most of the teams that bowled this didn't pay an entry fee.
That's right.
You know, they got in for free by winning their league, and they can come here and potentially win $1,000 a piece.
Absolutely.
It's a nice little start to the summer.
That's a definitely good start to the summer. When's your next tournament, Bill? What are you bowling next?
Yeah, in a couple weeks, PBA will be in Shawnee, Oklahoma. We bowled there a lot the past couple of years. At the tournament champions there in February, and now we're going back at the end of June here. And we have a couple telecasts coming out of that event. They'll be on CBS Sports. We're filming them on July 1st and 2nd, and I believe the next weekend they'll be aired on CBS Sports.
That's really awesome. Bowling's gotten back to television. Maybe not necessarily primetime television, but back to CBS Sports. Been on ESPN quite a bit.
Yeah. It all feels the same. We don't, when you're bowling on TV, you're not processing what network you're on. You're just bowling. It all feels the same, and just as nerve wracking. Whether it's live or taped or CBS or ESPN, doesn't matter. Still tough to do.
I can't imagine having to bowl in front of that many people, cameras all over you.
Yeah, I mean, you tend to you block it out. You figure it out. It's very hard thing to do, and the first couple times out because it's such a different environment. Very, very, very hard to put it all together and understand what's going on with how the lights are affecting the lane and your practice routine and the commercial break that you're not used to and processing all that. And it's rapid fire. It's very quick, so it's a lot to take in your first couple times out for sure.
What's maybe the best advice you can give young bowlers or an older bowler is trying to get better at the game? What's the best advice?
Yeah,
I mean, that's a tough question.
If you're Yeah, I get it a lot. It's a broad question, But what I always try to do is, if you're any bowler at any level, if you're trying to get better and you want to bowl in different bowling centers and bowl, the best thing to do is bowl tournaments. It's the best. It's the best thing to do. No matter what level you are, there's always a tournament that can be had. You can bowl a city tournament, a state tournament, handicap, scratch. Doesn't matter. You have to get out and bowl in competition because just bowling league will only take you so far. So being able to experience different bowling centers in your area, or all over your state, bowling different tournaments is definitely the best way to learn how to bowl against the better players and get better.
Tomorrow you're going to be hanging out with some of our junior gold bowlers. Did you bowl junior gold?
Yes, I did bowl junior gold. I was pretty sure junior gold started in like 1998, and I bowled the next year at 99. And I was a senior in high school, and it was a great event then, and it's not even to hold a candle to what it is now. It's really, really cool. I'll be like you said, I'll be doing a little clinic tomorrow with the junior gold kids in this area. Just kind of a very easy, light thing. Just kind of come and hang out, bowl a little bit. And, maybe if they have any questions, get them prepared a little bit for what they could see out there if they've never been there before, and just try to instill some confidence in them before they're getting ready to go out. It's a pretty big tournament, and it's a very, very demanding lane pattern. So it's not easy for a lot of kids when they go out there.
Sure, yeah. You gonna be in Cleveland this year?
I will be there. Yeah, Ebonite is the main sponsor of the event. So we would do we're doing a demo day on the first Friday, and then we have registration day Saturday, opening ceremony Sunday, and then I'll actually be back the following weekend to do the live streaming for the match play.
Awesome.
And then I will be attending the TV shows as well.
Awesome. Well, hopefully we have a Buffalo Lanes kid.
That would be great. Yeah.
Live stream. We almost had one last year. He got the match play. He was close. Looks like a few more balls here, and we'll get started. We had in the house today a guy named AJ Van Fleet, bowls out of our Mebane Center. I'm sure you heard. He broke the state record this past week. Shot 899 for a 3-game series.
Yeah,
What's your highest series?
867, I believe. It was a long time ago too. I was only maybe my very early 20s, and it was at just a small tournament I was bowling in the first 3 games, 867. And, I mean, 899 is unbelievable. It's incredible. I mean, I heard some people saying that some of the people around town, would say stuff like, "Oh, well, he does the lanes, so it's makes it easier for him," and it's ridiculous because I don't know anything about doing lanes, but somebody could teach anybody how to do lanes and say, "Okay, here you go, put a lane pattern out to, make yourself bowl 899." And you can bowl till you're blue in the face and not bowl 899. So it's a thing we do in society, I guess, where people get to the top and they do something, and we have to always try to bring them back down.
Sure.
You can't. Nobody can just have success. There's always got to be an underlying reason why they had that certain success. It's a shame.
That takes a lot of skill. Maybe one shot of luck, but to shoot 899.
Oh, listen, if you shoot 899. You're making a lot of good shots, and you've also had a lot of fortunate things happen to you along the way. There's no way he had flush every ball, and that goes for anybody that's ever bowled a score that high. When I bowled 867, I'm sure I tripped a couple 4 pins or had a couple light 10 pins that fell or any of those things.
You are also on Dallas Strikers this year, right?
That's correct. Yeah.
You're bowling with BJ Moore, who's bowled at this center quite a bit. He's actually from Pennsylvania, but bowled here quite a bit.
Right.
What's that experience like?
It was
Bowling
a
league.
really, really great experience. I mean,
PBA
it's so much fun. The town embraces us. The ownership group there at Bayside Bowl embraces us. It's just really, really fun event. You know, it's the event we look forward to the most every year. You know, and I get the bowl with BJ the last couple of years, and I actually just I sent him a text a little while ago saying that I was walking around the center, and if I had to hear his name one more time, I was leaving.
Sure.
You know, everybody, hey, do you know BJ? And I finally, I'm like, yeah, all right, yeah, BJ is great, fantastic. I gotta get no more BJ.
We invited Bill O'Neill, but everybody asked about BJ.
Everybody
more.
asked for BJ. I couldn't take it anymore. No more BJ. No, but BJ's a great kid. He's really, really, really cool. Him and his wife are really, really good people, and enjoy being around them.
How do you prepare for a tournament? You know, a PBA tournament. Do you have a certain routine you do? A certain amount of practice you do?
Yeah, I try to do everything the same. No matter if it's a U.S. Open or then I try to approach it all the same, just because mentally that's what you have to do. You know, you have to treat everything the same because you don't want the moment getting too big, and you want your body to be able to react the same way all the time. So you don't want to. If you keep telling your body that you're in a big moment, you're a big tournament, you don't want the highs and lows to get you. So you try to do everything exactly the same, and kind of all boils down to your pre-shot routine. I try to do everything the same before I throw every shot all the time. So every shot, hopefully, will feel exactly the same.
Sure.
Doesn't work out perfectly, but in theory, that's the way it's the way you would go.
Right. Well, hopefully we get started here soon. I thought we were getting there,
I
but
think they reset it on us. I get a lot of practice. Now I know how it feels when people watch us bowl. They always say, "Oh, it feels guys get so much practice," and for us, it feels like it lasts 2 seconds. But
sure.
when you're watching, it always looks longer.
And again, we're here with the real deal, Bill O'Neill.
You keep saying that because you know it annoys me.
It.
So yeah, you can keep going in. That's fine.
I love it. And we're about to watch the final match of the team championship tournament, where
they're going to get started eventually. I know it. I know it's going to start soon.
one team's going to walk away with $5,000. Does the real deal really irritate you?
No, it
Who
doesn't.
gave you that nickname?
So it's a good story. My my college coach at Saginaw Valley, Dan Dorian, actually gave it to me. And how it came about was how I got to Saginaw Valley was a couple of my buddies, Rob and Dave Piershad, from Brooklyn, and I knew them bowling junior bowling events, and they convinced me to come up there and bowl. And Rob was one of my best friends, and he was telling the coach a lot about me and the recruiting process and everything. And he I guess he must have been talking about me a lot. And then when I got there, I bowled the first tournament we bowled in Milwaukee, and at the time we bowled 16 games, and I believe the next day was Baker games, but you bowled 16 games, and then your individual score was you had what they call the all tournament team, so it was all 1 through what was it, 3, top 3. I think it's been so long. It could be 5, it could be 3. I don't know.
Okay.
But anyway, so I led the singles portion of the tournament in my first tournament at Saginaw Valley. And when we came back to school, my coach he looked at me and we were at practice or something, and he goes, "Hey, well, I guess you are the real deal." And he didn't say it like as in like I'm going to give you this nickname, the real deal. He was just making a comment about how my buddy Rob talked about me a lot, and then I won the tournament. So he was like, "Oh, I guess you are. I guess you're And then I don't know how it got legs, but it did, and it stuck. And here we are. That was in 2000, so it's almost 17 years later. So
It's a great nickname.
yeah, so
I know it's on your PBA bio.
I know, and it rhymes, so it works. That's why it works so well.
Right.
But as a rookie on tour, when I came out, and I'm bowling like my first pro-am, and that's how I'm getting introduced is the real deal, and I'm like, I just got introduced next to Pete Weber and Chris Barnes and Emiliano Monticelli, and I'm the real deal. Like that was really difficult for me to process. Like
I'm sure.
I'm like, man, this is no good. This is no good. I don't want to come out here like telling these guys that I'm the greatest before I even step on the lanes.
Well, Rolling the Rock has started us off with a strike on lane 27, and the Vipers comes in a little behind the head pin, leaves a 10 pin.
He's not happy about it. He is not happy about it. He liked it.
Well, usually when you hit the pocket, you want to strike. So
Yeah, generally.
and Rolling the Rock starts off.
She's on point. She has been in and around the pocket most of the day when I watched her, and including this Miss Baker final here.
Absolutely dialed in. The Vipers gets that 10 pin.
So it looks like the Vipers are getting 26 pins here, extra handicap. So we'll have to keep an eye on that so we have our math down for this.
That's right. As Rolling the Rock goes their third frame. Looked like it's going to come high, but it strikes. At least it looked like it's going to come high to me. And the light hit there trips the 5 late. She leaves a 7 pin in the Vipers.
Rolling the Rock got started off pretty hot last game too, so they know how to get out of the gate quick. That's for sure.
There comes Rolling the Rock for frame 4. Perfect.
They're feeling it.
Yes,
They're feeling it.
4 in a row for them. 7 pin opportunity. Needs the hook.
No doubter. She was trying to turn around, but she didn't. She wasn't 100% sure. She wanted to give it the turnaround, but she had to wait a little bit.
Every time I give the turnaround, it's a 10 pin.
Now, you got to be 100%. You got to be 100% when you turn around.
Rolling the Rock with their anchor bowler. 8 strikes. They start out 5 in a row. Vipers is on frame 3. He gets that one wide.
Oh, get a lot of room. He did that last game too on lane 29, I believe, 2-8-10.
He got a little bit more lucky this time. 8 pin fell out.
He's got a shot. Got a shot to make it.
Rolling the Rock with another strike. 6 in a row. They are on fire. He's going to throw it this 210. Gets the 2 pin. Doesn't get the 10 though. So going to be Vipers open in the third frame. Ring and 10 for Rolling
That's
the Rock.
another good shot.
He comes in high, leaves the 4 pin. And Rolling the Rock just barely gets that 10 pin out.
It's a big spare. You don't want to give the other team any hope.
No. Spare for Vipers. Now they're only going into the 5th frame, so still a lot of game.
Yeah.
Not that Rolling the Rock has shown any sign of falling apart, but
No, they are solid.
Another 10-10.
If I remember right, I think he missed a 10-pin last game, so
I believe so.
it was either him or the next bowler. I can't remember, but one of them missed 10-pin. So let's see if he still got the jitters a little bit.
Yeah, the Vipers. Our anchor bowler, he throws the ball, just never hooked.
He's throwing a urethane ball, and he just didn't get that one far enough to the dry, so it stayed in the oil line and didn't have much of a shot. Uh-oh, that's not good.
He does miss that 10-10. He gets the 1-2-4, doesn't get the 10-10, so another open for Vipers. They're at 71 in the fifth. Rolling the Rock was at 149.
Not the start they were hoping for.
No. Nice shot from their fourth bowler. He strikes. That's going to bring up their anchor for their 10th frame. Lead off there for Vipers. He strikes.
All right, they got to get something going here. They need a triple or four bagger here coming up.
First ball in the 10th. Looks like the 5-10 fell late.
Okay, you threw that one just a little bit firmer. Got a shot.
Good shot. Ooh, ball just deflects off the head pin, leaves the 8-10. Seeing that 8-10, what's the oddest leave you've left on tour? Can you think of anything?
I'm certain I've left a 5-7-10 at some point.
Yeah?
I don't know when. I couldn't tell you when, but I know I have. I did watch last week. I watched EJ Tackett leave the 1-5-10.
1-5-10.
Yeah,
that's impressive.
Yeah, he was throwing it really hard and straight up 10 and managed to miss the head pin left, leave the 1-5-10, tried to back it up at the spare and got 0. I told him it was the worst frame of bowling I'd ever seen.
So Rolling Rock goes ahead and finishes it. They finish at 250 with handicap. And again, they're giving the Vipers 26 pins.
Correct.
As the Vipers throw their 8th frame, leaving a 7-pin. He shoots it at 7. Then he's a hook a long way. I keep underestimating his hook.
I know. Yeah, he's got a lot of axis rotation, so when his ball actually starts to pick up and hit those dry boards, it goes sideways.
Ninth frame shot for the Vipers. He goes through the nose, leaves the 3-6-10. We also have our 3rd and 4th place match going on 31 and 32. Looks like Ann and the gang took game 1. I believe they're both from Mebane as well. So.
Okay.
Looks like Ann and the gang took game 1. All right, Vipers will step up, finish out their first game. Nice shot.
That was a good
Nice
shot. Definitely a lot better than his shot in the fifth. Got that one up a little bit further left off his hand, and he can either throw it there or throw it way further right. One or the other. If he gets it in the middle of that zone, that's when he misses the head pin.
And that one goes high. Chips out that 4 late for another strike. So he doubles in the 10th.
Yeah, they'll get to 203 with handicap. They'll be down 47 pins, and keeps him in the ballgame.
Yeah. And he leaves a 10 pin there. So they finish out at 202. All right, so they Rolling Rock won by 48 in game one.
We got to remember that because we forgot last time. 48.
48. They're given 26, so they got 22 pin lead. Rolling the Rock does going into this game as she buries it, leaves a 9 pin.
So what you're saying is Rolling the Rock has to win scratch by 23 pins, and they win, right? That's what we're saying.
Correct.
Okay.
If I mathed correctly.
48-26, all right?
Right.
That's right. So 23 is a winner. 23 is a number. Just remember that. 23.
She picks up her 9 pin. And Viper started out with a strike. Viper's throwing their second frame. It's going to hit pocket. A little light, though. 2-4-8. She'll have to shoot at. And another 10 pin for her. She hasn't missed pocket still.
Yeah, she didn't like it. You could tell she thought she missed a little bit left, and she knows she needs to get a little bit further right so she can get the ball to hook around the corner a little bit. That's a good spare right there.
And Viper spare up. Ten spare for Rolling the Rock. The Vipers will start off their third frame first. Strike.
It's a good shot.
So they start off strike, 7 spare strike. Starting off strong this game.
It's a good start with their two best bowlers coming up. Got to put a little heat on them here. Opens the door a little bit.
Yeah, right through the nose, leaves the 4-6-7. Light hit, but they all fall.
It's a big double there with that split up. That
Absolutely.
kind of changes the complexion of the whole game.
Oh, man.
That's an unfortunate break right there.
Absolutely. He leaves a solid 8 there. Oh, rolling the rock. He almost mixes up. He had the 4 or 5 standing for a second.
Yeah. His ball when it throws a little bit too fast, it does not have a chance to hook. It goes pretty straight.
Fair for Vipers. Still clean through 5 frames. Rolling the rock's gonna look to wrap up this 5-pin. He does. And Vipers lead off. He hits pocket.
Another 10 pin. Yeah, they've been leaving a lot of corner pins. So having trouble getting the ball to come around the corner there, have enough juice to knock out the 10 pin.
Shouldn't hit right behind the head pin. He's rolling the rocks, ankle bowler strikes. Spare for Vipers. His teammate was getting a little nervous on that.
It doesn't seem like they were all in and calling out a name, hook, hold, hook, push.
Rolling the rock. She pulls it. Gets away with it.
Yeah, that was probably her worst. That was probably her worst shot of the 2 matches.
It's a big shot for Vipers right here.
That's a really good shot for her. They've made 3 really good shots in a row. No strikes. They can make this spare, though. They pretty much have the lead.
Nice
big
spare. Rolling the rock. I believe that did.
Wow, good spare. Very good.
Absolutely. I believe they are in the lead. It's tough. They're on different frames. And what did we say, 23?
23, yeah. I always like to do it by max scores, the way I do it.
Sure.
More of a new school way to do it. I argue with Chris Barnes all the time because he does it by, like, strike spare all the way out, and I don't like that. So I go off max score. So if she makes a spare, then it's at 23 pins, literally dead even.
Yeah, but he strikes in the 8th, so they're definitely not letting off the throttle.
It's got to hook a little bit.
Yeah, dumped it in the gutter. That's tough. That is tough to miss right there. He definitely tugged that. He goes nose, but gets away. Only leaves a 6-10. Oh, man. 8-10 for rolling the rock. Pocket 8-10.
That is not what they needed at that time for sure. That was a pretty good shot. Oh boy.
But the Vipers opens up in the 9th frame. Definitely not the place you want to open.
No. So 203. So 203.
This is gonna be close.
Mm-hmm. It's got a hook.
Yeah. Ball did exactly what you said it was going to do.
Wow.
Went straight.
Yeah,
but he got lucky.
he missed it. He threw it hard, and he didn't quite catch it as much as the other two. So with those urethane balls, if you don't catch them right, they don't pick up a roll in the first 30 feet of the lane. They're never going to hook.
Sure. Just striking a nice roll in the rock.
What is it here? Double in the 10th wins if a roll in the rock, right? If I'm doing my math right.
I believe so. And he misses the 2-pin. Man.
He did the same thing on both shots. He missed it. He didn't get his hand into it enough, and he
threw it
so
hard.
now it looks like they need a spare, right? Because it was 23 pins, so he needs to fill 18 pins here. 18 pins is a tie, right? 19 pins is a win.
Oh, 10-10. I mean, he's still. They're not out of it. He just has to mark and
get 9. Yeah. Oh.
It looked like it was going.
I thought it was gonna hook. Oh, I think if my math is right, 26. Yeah, they won by 1 pin.
Right. Yep.
Because they lost the first game by 48, and they won the 1 pin.
That's right. Yep. He goes through the nose there, trips the 7 late.
Wow.
Leaves that 4-pin to win by 1 pin. All right, so that does it. We have our winner, Roland the Rock. Wins by 1 pin.
Wow. The anchor bullet for the Vipers is going to be inconsolable later.
Yeah.
Because he's a decent player, and him missing that spare was very uncharacteristic.
That's a tough one to miss. So they're going to take home $5,000. They also get our trophy to carry around with them for the summer. And it's going to stay here at Buffalo Lane South because they were out of Buffalo Lane South.
423 from Buffalo South is Rolling the Rock. Congratulations. We do have awards and everything for everybody, but in second place from Buffalo North was the Vipers with 423. Please don't leave. We got plaques for all 4 teams. In third place from Mebane was Hannon Gain for the 502. And in fourth place was the Keglers with a 408. Let's give everybody a big round of applause. We're going to get some pictures, hand out some plaques. Thank you guys for watching online. A big thank you to Bill O'Neill this weekend. Bill, you've been great, and thanks for everything you did for us and all of our work. Appreciate it.
All right, so that's going to do it for our live stream. We appreciate Bill O'Neill.
Yeah, this is really good. It's a really good weekend
for us.
Really, really cool. Thanks everybody for tuning in.
And he'll see all the Junior Gold Bowlers tomorrow.
So everybody, all the junior players tomorrow, and hopefully be back here at some point in the future.
Sounds good.
All
Thanks
right.
for joining us. The real deal. It's Bill O'Neill.